Darnley was going to work with the Protestant conspirators, they required a scapegoat, someone they could blame for his Catholic leanings and poor behaviour, a kind of Allegra Stratton junior minister type. The perfect candidate was Mary's Italian secretary, David Rizzio. Rizzio had first come to Mary's attention as a gifted musician with a wonderful singing voice. He was now an established member of her inner circle, and his position as private secretary meant the nobles had to jump through the various hoops that Rizzio set for them if they wanted an audience with the Queen. He was kind of like the 16th century Simon Cowell, and the nobles resented having to go through a low-born foreigner, because there's one thing we know about the British aristocracy: they only like foreigners that are Russian oligarchs or paedophile billionaires. They accused Rizzio of being a papal spy because that's who the Pope would send if he was sending somewhere undercover in Scotland. He'd send an eccentric Italian opera singer. Nobody's going to suspect that guy of being double O papist while he's choking folk out with his fucking rosary beans. That'd be like if Scotland sent Fat Bastard out undercover. Now, Rizzio had been an advisor of Darnley's, a close advisor, so close in fact the two men had been found in bed together, and now Darnley was preparing to turn on his former ally. Maybe that's what happened with Dominic Cummings and Boris Johnson. The conspirators were even in Darnley's ears saying that Rizzio was having an affair with Mary, and Darnley, being a Daily Mail reader, was willing to believe any old shite he was told or found plastered on the side of a bus, so he went along with all this. And on the 9th of March 1566, he led a group of conspirators up a private staircase that emerged into the Queen's private bedchamber. David Rizzio was dragged out onto the stairwell as he was stabbed over 50 times. The blood is still said to stain the floorboards of Holyrood Palace to this day, like the dried-in vomit from a Tory Christmas party a year and a half later. Now, Darnley didn't take place in the frenzied stabbing of Rizzio, but the conspirators used his dagger and left it protruding from the body to signify his involvement. But despite the fact that they had used Darnley's dagger as the murder weapon, Darnley was in the room at the time, had led the conspirators up the secret staircase, and had even signed a bond beforehand stating his intention to murder Rizzio. He still claimed he had done nothing wrong, wasn't present, and refused to relinquish his position. It's all very difficult to imagine in the current climate, I know.